Mario Kart. I would say is one of Nintendo's most successful franchises. Each game has at least gotten to the top 5s on the best-selling games on the platform. And with latest entries, they are the best-selling games on the platform. Casuals and hardcore players all know about Mario Kart. It's a blast. And yes, it can have a lot of luck because of items, but that's what just makes Mario Kart, well, Mario Kart. But you probably looked at the title. Mario Kart means a whole lot to me. If it wasn't for Mario Kart, hell, I probably wouldn't have gone too much into games, or that early in my life at least. I wouldn't got to experience the entire magic of like Nintendo consoles, and later on Microsoft's, and now I wouldn't even probably get to know that much about Steam. Mario Kart brought me to the world of gaming, and this video is a whole discussion about that. It was around spring to summer of 2007. I was only 3 since I wouldn't turn 4 until September, and I was at my uncle's and aunt's. I believe it was just to be over to see family. I do have 3 cousins over there, and we were playing and being obnoxious because we were dumb kids, when I noticed my oldest cousin was playing on something I have never seen before. It was a pink DS Lite, and she was playing Mario Kart DS. She was on the credits, which means she just beat all cups on a CC, and I was so interested in what she had. I wanted one so bad now, and I just wanted to try it. I asked her if I could. She didn't let me. So I just went back to doing whatever, but it was still really on my mind. My dad actually realized that and was like, "Ah, crap," because my parents were actually planning to give me one way later, which was probably going to be on my birthday. But because of this occurrence, I saw my dad leave the house, and I didn't know why, so I just kept playing with my youngest cousin, because my sister at the time was pretty much still a newborn. I saw my dad come back in, and then what I saw in his hand, my 3-year-old brain went absolute apeshit. He brought in a brand new black DS Lite with Mario Kart DS. I was so excited. I stopped what I was doing and just went to town on setting up the DS. After all that was done, I then booted up Mario Kart DS for the first time ever. Man, this brings back memories. From that day, I would dump hours and hours into this game. Once caring all about cars and trains, I now cared about the DS. Well, okay, I still cared about cars and trains, but not as much. I would later on get more games like New Super Mario Bros. And LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga as my next 2 games. Yes, I would play those frequently, but I would always keep going back to Mario Kart DS. At school, we would have a time where we could bring electronics. We all had a DS. Either a DS Lite or the original 2005 DS. Because, well, the DSi wouldn't come out for another few years. I remember there being 2 groups. You had the Mario group, and then you had the Pokemon group. I was obviously in the Mario group. We would play Mario Kart, do one with New Super Mario Bros., or a quick play of Mario Party DS, which is to me the best Mario Party, but that could be a different video. Going forward, I would get more games like Nintendogs and Yoshi's Island DS. And I loved the DS. It's not because of how it was, well, actually it was that, but also the games, especially, of course, Mario Kart. About a year later, it was the summer of 2008, and I was just doing usual dumb 4-year-old stuff. I don't remember me being on that DS Lite that day. I was just doing other things. When my dad came home from work, I believe as usual, but he brought a Nintendo Wii with Mario Kart Wii, and yeah, I flipped the hell out. We set up in the basement. I was very eager to play this new technology I've never seen before. Finally, it got set up, and I got to experience the Wii remote and the motion. I was amazed, like many others were too at the time. And then I got to play Mario Kart Wii, and just like DS, I would dump hours and hours into this game, and I loved the Wii. Okay, just quick note I want to say, this game was released in April 2008, and this game was so damn hard to find for a very long time since everybody wanted it. And then my dad just comes on one day with not just the Wii, but with Mario Kart Wii. How the hell was he able to find this? Okay, whatever, but I played so much in this. Even my dad, my mom, and my sister. I wasn't really great at Mario Kart compared to now, which I usually am competitive in this game. So my dad would beat me all the time, which I would get upset because I always wanted to win. But because even with that, I still really enjoyed it. And later, I would get Super Mario Galaxy, also have Wii Sports, obviously. Who wouldn't? And also, later on with future releases, Super Mario Galaxy 2 and Kirby's Epic Yarn, along with other Wii games. So, after all that, I did go through a phase, because my friend actually introduced me to the Xbox 360, which is what I mentioned before in the video, that I got to experience Microsoft, and this was why we are best friends now, even to this day. But he showed me Xbox 360, and then I started growing more and more and more on that, to the point I didn't really want to play on the Wii anymore, or really the DS. I would eventually get a 3DS, and yes, I was one of the very few people out there that got the Wii U, but both of them actually broke. One of them was, I'm just going to say short, it was dropped. The second one with the Wii U was rage, was because of actually Mario Kart, actually funny enough, because this is when I actually tried to be like more competitive and I was getting my ass kicked, so I was kind of hitting my Wii U gamepad and I broke the gamepad. Yeah, I had issues back then, but pretty much I was just mostly just Xbox at that point. I even had an Xbox One, which God help me, but then around early 2017, I started getting into the mood of, man, I really miss Nintendo games. And not even only that, I really missed Mario Kart. I missed playing it because, well, I kind of couldn't because the Wii was jacked up. So later on, I would eventually get Nintendo consoles, but it took a lot of convincing. Well, not really convincing, because I actually never really did get it. Because they're like, no, you don't need it. No, like, you already have an Xbox, all that stuff. And it wouldn't be until I got my own job for the first time where I was actually able to, like, to pay things. You had to pay for my car, but I was able to get other stuff now. So I just straight up bought a 2DS. And we were at the mall one time. I got a GameStop, and I still have it to this day. It is totally not hack the shit, but yeah. And, well, of course, I didn't get the Wii U, but I got the Switch a little bit later because I was really, really wanting one, and I begged for it. I was like in this was late middle school at the time, and they were like, no, you're not getting it. Especially my mom. For some reason, she really didn't want me to get that. It wasn't until, I believe, yeah, it was around 2019. It was going to be Christmas. I went to my dad, and I was like, hey, I have enough money for a Switch. If I don't get it for Christmas, I'm just going to get it and also get Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And then he told my mom about that. She wasn't very happy. That's what he told me. But that Christmas, I got the Switch. And not only Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And yeah, I played it. And to this day, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is still my most played game on the Switch. I got in other games, but I always go out to Mario Kart. Mario Kart is just so huge to me. And it's not the same playing other games without Mario Kart. Yeah, I'll do other things now because, like, in 2017, I also got to experience PC for the first time. And I now use this over Xbox because, well, all the Xbox games come to pretty much Microsoft, the PCs. So I don't see any point owning an Xbox, really. And I will have my Switch, mostly for Nintendo first parties. But, yes, I'll play them. But, again, I'll use it for Mario Kart. And now with the Booster Course Pass, which at this video, Wave 5 is coming out in about 3 days. It's like, holy crap, because there is so much in that game now. And I can't wait to see what the future of the series holds. Because, again, I love Mario Kart. And that's pretty much all I have to really say. I wasn't really going to explain, like, too heavily. And I also wasn't really playing this video to be crazy long. Like, right here, I'm seeing I'm recording. It's about 10 minutes almost. I didn't want this to be like a 30-40 minute video because that would probably stress me out since yes, I had this software that I'm recording on and, like, editing on for years now. I just barely used it, and and it kept updating and updating, so things changed, and I'm like, oh crap, and so I'm trying to figure out stuff. So this is pretty much what you expect my videos to be. It's either animatics or stuff like this. I talk about games or just talk about like what's going on, and I'm fine with that. I feel like it's way easier, and I think I enjoy it more. And if you guys seem to like this, and if somehow you watched all the way to the end, which I'll be surprised if you did, because with my way past videos, nobody ever did, so yeah, that's very depressing. But if you did enjoy it, you know, a like would be appreciated. You know, it can help me get out there on YouTube and show, hey, my stuff exists. And if you really want to help out, and also want to watch more of my stuff in the future, subscribe. Like, it helps. It helps everybody. Everybody says it helps. It really does. It pushes you out there. So I would really appreciate that. So I do have more videos planned in the future because I am actually going to go full into this now. I decided I know exactly what I want to do. And besides the past, like, I'm just thinking about stuff and then I just quit out of nowhere. No, this is what I will do, and I want to actually stick with this. Because I know I'm not going to get that out there straight away. It's not going to happen. It doesn't happen to anybody, unless you're the goddamn luckiest person in the world, which it has happened to a few people that just exploded. Well, that's probably not going to happen to me. I doubt it. But I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.